If you've never eaten fresh spring rolls before, you have got to try them. They're delicious little bundles of fresh veggies wrapped in a sheet of moistened rice paper, then dipped into an amazing Thai almond dipping sauce. Hi everyone, welcome to Earthwalk Harmony. Join me while I make some delicious fresh veggie spring rolls with an almond dipping sauce that will astound your taste buds. Let's get to it. I'm going to start on the Thai almond dipping sauce first, so it will have some time for the flavors to really meld together. The base of the sauce is 1 cup each of raw unsalted almond butter and coconut cream. And it's really a little easier if you combine the base ingredients first, but I kind of forgot as I haven't really been myself lately, but it's okay to do it as I'm doing it here and just adding all the liquid ingredients at once and then mixing them together. It just takes a little more patience to do it this way to avoid making a big mess. So now I'm going to add some saltiness, some tang, and some umami with tamari, and that's just gluten-free soy sauce, some fresh lemon juice, and some rice vinegar. And next I'll add in some toasted sesame oil for some depth and texture. And then I'll add in some sweetness, and I'm using agave syrup and maple syrup to keep it plant-based. So now I'm just going to stir to combine these ingredients very carefully. So this sauce takes a while to make because it contains a lot of ingredients which really give it a lot of complex flavor, and it's definitely well worth it in the end. So next up, I'm going to start adding in the ground seasonings. So there's a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, a 1/2 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of white pepper, 2 teaspoons of paprika, and 1 teaspoon of cayenne powder. And then I'll just stir to combine everything well. There, and that's a nice texture. And then finally, I'll add in the fresh grated ginger, and this just really amps up the flavor. And you can use powdered ginger if you don't have fresh ginger, or even the pre-cut ginger in a jar. That's actually even better and closer to fresh tasting. And this sauce is just so delicious. You're gonna love it. Okay, so then I'll do a taste test to see if anything needs adjusting. And oh my gosh, this sauce is bomb. I think I am gonna bump up the sweetness just a tad by adding a sprinkle of stevia, which has no calories and no glycemic index impact. So I really love this stuff. This sauce is definitely the star of this little finger food, and it's an exquisite blend of spicy and sweet, and that's what makes it so amazingly delicious. So now you can put this in the fridge if it's too thin and you feel you want to thicken it up a bit, or you can just leave it at room temp if it's being served the same day. So moving on to the spring rolls. So there are a lot of variations you could use in your vegetable blend, and I've even seen a slice of tofu used in the rolls and sometimes even rice noodles too, but I like to use this blend with a slice of cucumber, and I'll slice the cucumbers into 4ths, and I'm using hothouse or English cucumbers, which are generally very soft-skinned and seedless, so I'm not going to peel them, but I usually would if I was using the other type. Okay, so there are my cucumber slices. And I like to cut my cilantro with kitchen scissors to get the big full leaves. So this filling includes chopped green leaf lettuce, shredded carrots, bean sprouts, sliced radish, and cilantro. So I'm just gonna mix it all up in a bowl here. And then I'm going to set up my workstation. So I have my filling off to the side. And I've got a few sheets of rice paper here, all spread out and ready to go. And this is a new brand for me that I'm using today. It had really good reviews, so we'll see how it goes. It's the Three Sisters brand, I believe. And then I've got a plate to set the finished spring rolls on once I get rolling. And the cucumber wedges are ready to go. And then I have a shallow dish to soak and soften the rice wrappers in. And I'm just gonna pour some purified water in and I'll be ready to go. So there are lots of different types of rice wrapping paper with different ratios of ingredients. Some thick, some thin, and they may have different suggestions for soaking time, like 10 to 15 seconds or even longer, but you're really just going to go by feel, and you want it to feel soft and pliable, but still with just a hint of firmness, because if it's too soft, it will tear. And once you get going, the cutting board will be wet, so the wrap will continue to soften. So that's why you want to still feel a little firmness in the texture before you begin rolling. Okay, so I'm ready to start. And I'm going to go ahead and put my fillings in. And then I'm just going to fold both sides inward. Just sort of like a little mini burrito. And then just wrap it up as tightly as I can without ripping the paper. And there it is. So lovely. Okay, so let's do one more. And I'm putting the cucumber at the top this time. And adding in the filling. Pulling the sides inward. And then rolling upward. And voila! Just like that. And here's the final product. And here's a better view of my workstation setup. This just really helps things to move along nicely. And if this just looks like too much work, or you have leftover filling, or you're just not filling the rice wraps, you can always just make like a spring roll salad by adding the filling mixture to a dish. And then you can go ahead and thin out the almond dipping sauce with some water. And you can even use toasted sesame oil instead to keep it rich. And then you've got a delicious dressing. And there we go. Everything just looks so fresh and appetizing. I just love these things. And they really present well at a social gathering too, so be sure to share. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button to save this recipe for later, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing plant-based recipes. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time.